Hey there, happy Saturday morning here. It's me, Curiosity Trader, doing one more quick video for the future. I'm not sure if I'm going to post this anytime soon, likely not. But everything's been going well with me. I started trading this past week. Um, I hope by the time you have seen this that I've reached a state of consistency. Once more, everything you're about to hear is for educational purposes only. I am not a master of the markets. I never will be. I always consider myself a student of the game. And most importantly, if you're looking for someone who has a solid track record, I have not reached that point yet. I hope by the time you're watching this, perhaps I am. But at the time of me filming this, I am not. So again, transparency is the number one goal of this channel, along with helping you becoming a consistent, profitable trader. Again, these videos are mainly geared towards those with a small account. Again, perhaps you can take something from it if you have a large account. But most of the stocks I trade are momentum stocks. I love momentum. But other than that, I'm going to be going over the hot oil and energy sector theme plays in this video lesson. Here, I'm not sure how long it's going to be. I didn't plan on doing one. I don't have a script in front of me. I just love talking about stocks. And if you know anything about me, I've been obsessed with this since I was 18 years of age, okay? And I'm going to save my introduction for later on. But other than that, let's get right in. So overall, I've been doing this since I was 18, and in those years, I really experienced three sector runs. You had the wheat stock back in 2018, and again, I don't know who you are, okay? But I highly advise you to keep a database of charts. Keep a database of charts, and that could be anything. I prefer using slides. You know, I don't really recommend you trading and printing them out. That's be a lot waste of paper. But my first sector theme was in 2018 with the IGC sector run. You have a lot of that, along with China stocks that ran back in 2018, and along with the coronavirus sector run, which you had this past couple of years ago, 2 years ago. All these stocks go hand in hand, along with the Bitcoin plays. But I'm not going to go over those because I'm going to be talking over the oil and sector here in a minute. But I'm going to be going over some rules I have for trading these sector themes, okay? And understand, okay, it all goes back to tracking charts, okay? If you don't love charts, then this game is going to be really difficult for you, okay? This game is purely based on charts, okay? It's human nature, okay? The patterns never change, okay? And I highly encourage you, I say this with all my heart, keep a database of charts. I started this when I was 18 years, this is in 2018, okay? I have one, I guess I call it database for every year of the hottest sectors and hottest runners, you know what I mean? Because I love looking at charts, and if you don't like looking at charts, then you probably should not be in this business. Yes, level 2 does come into play. Yes, it does. But the chart tells the story, okay? The chart tells the play, all right? And same with the coronavirus sector run, you know? All these stocks that ran, you know, AP, they're all... Why are they not in here? I don't know. They should be in here. Unless I... That's weird. They all should be in this sector slide unless I didn't have them and I put it into this one here. Maybe, but you get the idea. I love keeping a database of stock charts, and I hope hope's not a strategy. I am encouraging you to do the same, okay? Because I guarantee you, over time, you'll notice the same patterns repeat over and over again, okay? It's not rocket science. You just have to be able to master one or two setups, and you can make a lot of money from this business. And whenever you have a hot sector like we're in right now, oil and sector, you'll be surprised how fast you can grow your account, okay? And yes, I'm not thrilled about the sector play themes right now because it's kind of as a result of the Russia invasion of Ukraine. I wish it would have been something else, but as a trader, we have to take advantage of that momentum. Okay, and it's your job to recognize past patterns and being able to identify the patterns in the present and take advantage of them. And here's one tip, okay? you're not going to be able to trade all of them. Understand that with a small account. And again, when I say small account, I'm saying those under PDT, because that's really the main goal of myself, is getting over that PDT rule, $25,000 in your trading account. Because if you're under PDT, you're really limited with 3-day trades in a week. But again, there's ways of going around that, having multiple brokers account open. But you don't need to overtrade in the beginning. You need to focus on 1 or 2 specific setups and grow your account organically and expand your position size as you develop as a trader. Okay, but I'm not going to go into great detail about that. But you're not going to be able to trade every play. Okay, because for instance, I'm not going to go over all. I probably will go over all these stocks here in a minute. These are all the oil and energy sector plays that I scanned. And again, you want to have good scanners. I used to use scans. I recommend it. I use Thinkorswim scans. There's many ways of doing it. I mean, you could use FinViz. I love FinViz. It's really simple and it's free. You go to sector plays, industry, oil and gas, EP, and look at the top percent gainers. Okay, but you want to focus on the hottest percent gainers out there in the overall market. But whenever you have sector themes, you want to narrow it down. Okay, there's a lot here. I'll go over them in a minute. Maybe not all of them, but the main sector leaders, and talk about them. But you understand, yes, there's a lot on scan, but you're not going to be able to trade all of them. You just have to find a setup within one of these that works with you. And again, that's what makes trading unique, guys and gals. Okay, you don't have to do what someone else is doing. Someone else may be shorting these, and I'll talk about that. I don't advise you shorting a sector play in the beginning, because again, number one, never go against the crowd. Okay, that's rule number 1. Okay, whenever you have a hot sector like we're in right now, you never want to go against the crowd. Okay, I mean, most people can go long rather than they can go short. I think shorting is a small percentage of the overall market. Most people can buy rather than go short. Most people don't even know short selling exists. Okay. And of course, given the times, you have all the Robin Hooders, etc. They want to become a trader, so they buy whatever's moving up. And that is what leads to a lot of these runners that have no significant news, but the fact that they are tied to the energy sector play. Let me make sure this is recording. Yeah, it is. Sometimes this doesn't record, and I talk myself. I got to make sure, because last time this was not recording. It was kind of embarrassing. But you have all these sector themes, okay? Energy, and most of the charts, which I'm about to go over in a minute, most of them have no reason of being up. There's no news, but it's given the theme, the energy theme, okay, and oil and gas, okay. But understand, you want to play the hype, okay, and never. I'm going to be going all over the place here. I don't have a script in front of me. It's midnight, okay. I'm 22 years of age. I'm not a professional, okay? But again, I'm not a master. But all I can tell you is this. Never say that it can't go higher, okay? Never say that. I mean, I would much rather I would not want to be short any of these over the weekend, given the fact how they closed. Along with being that, never say a stock can go higher. Never say that, okay? Because the stock can do this. That's cool. The stock can do whatever the hell it wants, okay? And price action is king, okay? Price action matters, okay? And if you're trying to short this, I understand this, okay? You may see a stock like INDO, which I'll go over now. I guess you may be saying this. There's no way this can go from what it started at $4.91. There's no way this can go from $4.91 to $49. No way. Never think it can't do that, okay? Given this stock, the float, and the ADR, again, I'm not going to go into the technicals here, but as a trader, you want to focus on stocks with high ADR, ideally above 10%. 10% above. High ADR is equal to gold, okay? Low ADR is not great, in my opinion. I learned that from Christian Kilamagi. I love him. If you ever watch this, I love you. But focus on stocks with high ADR. It's simple, okay? High ADR, Average daily range. It's different from average true range. It tracks the overall percentage move within a given time frame. You can have it 10 days, 20 days, etc. But never say it can't go higher. You know, INDO is a prime example of this. You had shorts trying to short this, and yes, this, look, whenever you watch this in the future, I guarantee you, nothing's ever, let's say 90%, okay? Well, let's say 99%. Nothing's ever 100%. 99%. Let's say I am 99% certain. Whenever you watch this 5 or 10 years from now, this stock will be back where it is at right now, $4, maybe even lower. But the fact is, during a theme play, they can do whatever the hell they want because we're in a hot sector right now. And number one, the float is thin, okay? And you have to understand float rotation. You have to understand a lot of key concepts in here. I do believe yesterday trapped most of the shorts because whenever you have this nice fade here, you're thinking that's it, we're done. But the fact that it gapped up and ran, and I mean, come on now. Yes, past perform. I mean, hindsight's 2020. But given it's a Friday, you should have known a classic Friday short squeeze was inevitable on this play, just like you saw on IMPP. Same type of scenario, you know. Fade here, channel breakout, and I did buy this stock right in this range right here, and I sold pathetically like a little bitch in the high 320s. You know, I didn't know. Again, you're never gonna know how high these go, so never try to catch the exact top. Just take the meat of the move and grow your account organically. Okay, I didn't know this was gonna go to a high of 430. And the odds say this will likely gap tomorrow. But you never know how high these can go. So that's why I really do encourage you as a trader to really don't short these too early, okay? I mean, again, I would much rather be late than too early. You know, I mean, there's going to be, look, here's the thing, okay? On INDO, there's going to be plenty of range towards the downside, okay? But everyone's obsessed with catching the exact top. What's the point of blowing up your account? Because I'm pretty sure some traders out there, they're not going to admit it, they never do. And I'm not making fun of you, okay? I understand that this is real when you blow up your account. I'm not making fun of you. It happens, okay? I blew up my account twice. It happens. But when you break your rules, you're bound to blow up. It's that simple. And if you're shorting one of these sector leaders, especially on a Friday, you should know that that is a big no. It's a big no. On a Friday, you never want to short a low float runner in a hot sector holding its gains at all-time highs on a Friday afternoon. You never want to do that. And just, I promise you, okay, when you watch this will be back down to who knows where. But they all come down. That's one thing, okay, about the sector momentum. You know there is an end game. You know there is, okay? You know that in the end, these will all go back down to where they began. And it's not a question of if, it's a question of when. So that's why I always encourage those with small accounts, just don't short these. That's my opinion. There's much more opportunity on the long side, okay? And again, I'm not saying you can't make money on the short side. Yes, you can. But I would put it this way. If you enjoy sleep, I wouldn't short these. Okay? I would much rather take a small loss on the long side than lose potentially infinite on the short side, because again, it's shorting versus going long. In theory, you could lose infinite amount in short selling. Okay, look at Kodak from the past. Look at GME. From the past. Look at AMC from the past. You know, they all come back down. So I'm not surprised this is up this high. But back to what I was saying. Play the hype by the news. Never go against the crowd. I've gone over that. Never say stock can go higher. Price action is king. Okay, remember that. That's the number one rule here. Price action is key. Okay, it's king. And FOMO. Okay, don't have any FOMO. This one's really the hardest one to really put out there to you as a beginning trader or novice or intermediate or master or whatever. Again, as I mentioned, you're not going to be able to trade all these. Maybe you can if you have an algorithm or etc. Or you have hotkeys. Yes, I mean, there's certain ways to trade all these. Yes, you can. I'm not saying you can't. Never say never. But I mean, as a trader, sometimes you have to be selective, and sometimes you're gonna misplace. And chasing is not a strategy. Okay, I don't care how high or how good it looks. Don't chase. Okay, sometimes it may work, sometimes it may not. But most often than not, it's not a great strategy, okay? But other than that, I hope that kind of made sense. Number one, again, keep a database of stocks from the past, okay? I highly advise you to do that, whether it be in Google Docs or Evernote. Keep past charts, because you'll see patterns repeat over and over again. And scan for the hottest stocks in the market, whether it be scans, whether it be Thinkorswim scanners, or Finviz. Finviz is completely free. Just go to screener here. Big percent gainers. I have numerous scans, but I use big percent gainers here. Okay, focus on the hottest stocks in the overall market. And I mean, you'll see a common theme here, as I mentioned. If you go to sector, energy, not a coincidence. Most of them are all hot right now. Okay. But other than that, I'm going to be going over, and I'll be adding to this. Here's my one for this year, Curiosity Trader 2022. But let me go over some stocks real quick. I'm not going to go over all of them because I work today and I'm really tired. And I did trade 2 stocks in particular. But I'm going to be going over some of these real quick. And again, within every sector, you have to understand there is always going to be a sector leader, whether it be a sector leader, and for this kind of theme, it's like the big large cap stocks like USO, all these plays tie into it. USO, you have CVX, Exxon, you have, or Chevron, you have Oxy, and you find the sector leaders in the hottest theme. And I'm not sure, again, as a trader, you're going to experience numerous sector theme plays in your career. In my career, I will. This is just one of them that I'm seeing. Well, the fourth one. The first one I'm being able to participate in, I should say. But whenever you see a sector theme, identify the leader, okay? And there's many more. You have all these plays here. I'll just show you real quick in a glance. You have BCEL, INDO, you have MXC, you have IMPP, you have 9, you have HUSA, you have CEI. CEI is an absolute shit company. For those who don't know, they are notorious for doing toxic dilutions. But again, understand something. You always want to recognize, I'm about to say, recognize former runners, because former runners can run again. It's that simple. It's human nature, okay? And of course, you're going to have bag holders in this galore, and they're going to be selling in any way possible. But this one's on top. Watch for tomorrow for the potential $1 break, which it topped out on this past, I think it was Monday. And it's not a coincidence, guys and gals, that this stopped at $1. Okay, understand, round numbers, key points like 25 cents, 50 cents, 75 cents, $1. Those key round points, it's all psychological. We like that as human nature. We like it sounds great. It's $1. It sounds great. So I'll be looking for the $1 break on this one. But the sector leaders really are these large mega caps. USO, United States Oil, CVX. So whatever these are doing on Monday or coming forward, that's going to be really the key ones to watch, okay? BCEL was one really not really related. I don't think it was. Was it related to... Yeah, this is what I'm talking about. This is pure FOMO, okay? FOMO at the highest potential. This is not even high ADR, which is great. This isn't even sector related. It just had great earnings. And I mean, this is I mean, I didn't trade this one because I was in IMPP, but come on. I mean, this again. I don't want to make trading sound easy because it's not. It's one of the hardest things you ever do. But hindsight's 2020. I mean, buy the high day break right there. You know, that's a horrible line. Let me do it better. Buy the high. Can I do this? No. Buy the high day break. You know, as it breaks at high day, you get long. And again, I don't want to make trading sound easy. Again, no one knew. I didn't know this is going to go to high of 761. It's just pure FOMO in the times we're in right now. And again, within every stock, you really want to know what float this is. Not that big of a float. Well, it is 22 million. I mean, it's not a micro float. I meant it's not. It's roughly 22 shares or 22 million float outstanding. So again, FOMO. You know, everyone wants to be in the next hot runner. Everyone. That's the thing. Whenever you have these sector themes, everyone's trying to find the next INDO. Okay, everyone's trying to find the next one that's going to go, you know, quote unquote, to the moon. But again, avoid FOMO. Focus on setups. Okay, don't focus on filter out. Again, this is very important here. Filter out the noise. Okay, I'm gonna say it one more time. Ignore the noise. Ignore the noise. Focus on setups. Okay, but again, FOMO at the golden peak. One to watch for tomorrow, or not tomorrow's, or Monday. I mean, it's the weekend. INDO, I already went over. Again, ideally for this one, who knows? You know, I mean, I would love to see this gap up. I do expect this to be really choppy going forward, and we may have some sector halts eventually. But again, look where it's at, guys and gals. Look how far we have come. I mean, hell, in the last, this is pretty crazy. In the last freaking 1 month alone, this has gone up 825%. Come on now, that's insane. Okay, but as I mentioned, no one really expected this to make the move it did. It's a massive parabolic. Okay, and again, I assure you guys and gals, whenever you watch this in the future, I'm about 90, let's say 99%. This will come back to, who knows, maybe $5. Who knows when. But again, for this one, again, going short these, you can make money. Yes, you can. But you really want to wait for that first trend change. And you want to wait for that first, ideally, gap down in red day and lock in your profits, okay? But it's not a coincidence this did what it did, because you have this nice consolidation right here in this phase, and it held on the nice moving averages. It had made nice higher lows. And again, I'm not trying to make trading sound easy. It's not. I didn't buy this. I know many who did. Congrats to you. Buy the high day break. Simple. Well, not simple. Okay. Again, no one knew this was going to go to the high of $49. It's just you have layers of shorts on top of each other, and of course, those who are just chasing, that really increases the buying pressure, and that was what caused us to have a nice parabolic run. But again, if this gaps up, then this can go. This is gonna be a gift. If this does gap up, it's gonna be a monster. Okay. I have not seen a stock run this much in the past since maybe. Well, we had Kodak, we had GME. I don't know. We'll see what happens. If this gaps up, we'll see. If this gaps up, then shorts are gonna be fucked. Okay, put it that way. If it gaps down, opens red. I doubt this opens red. The way it closed, more likely. I'm not gonna touch this at all. Okay, I'm just gonna watch it. This is one of the sector leaders in this one. MXC is another example of an energy stock. No news. Again, no news. Again, you're gonna see this at all the times. You want to pay attention to news, but it's kind of funny. Not seeing any company-specific news to justify the action. Again, sector themes. Okay, ADR is quite up there, 11%. I believe this has ran in the past, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, kind of failed numerous times. You always want to look left, as Nate from IU says. Look left to see the right. You know, it doesn't have a great history of holding its spikes, as you can see. It really is a one and done type of play. Really, every time it's, well, this day here it gapped. But that was 2018, wow, quite a while ago. But more of a speculative play, monster move, you know. but not really when I'm watching. IMPP is going to be really one-on-one with INDO. Whatever INDO does, IMPP will do. They've been moving in correlation with each other. And once again, guys and gals, okay, nice cup and handle. And I'm gonna go over something real quick here. Again, you don't have to have all the technicals in the world to become what you're aspiring to become here, okay? But there are really three things I use. I use three moving averages. You have the 10, the 20, and the 50, okay? And look how nicely this held. Look how beautiful. Let me go in closer, okay? Yes, it broke that high day right here. High day was not a coincidence. The high day on this was right here. Multi-day breakout, 345, okay? 345 was that high day break. And again, I don't want to make trading sound easy. It's not. Again, hindsight's 2020. No one knew what this was going to do. But look how beautiful it held. The freaking 10 EMA right here, 1 to a T, and it's making higher lows. And look how it held a 50 EMA to a T. And it wasn't a coincidence, guys and gals. This is eventually going to give, okay? Because whenever you have shorts stuck in another micro float, this is a low float runner, and a hot sector theme, it is inevitable that this was going to run. And again, yes, I did trade this stock, and yes, I sold too soon. And as I mentioned, you're going to sell too soon. You're not going to be able to catch the exact top on any of these stocks. Maybe you can, God bless you, but just take what the market gives you. This looks like it's going to gap up tomorrow. Or, I keep saying tomorrow. Tomorrow's Saturday. 12 a.m. here in Austin, Texas. If anyone's from Austin, leave a comment. Let's go together. That's funny. But this will likely gap up, and I likely will regret my sell. But again, move on. We'll see what happens with this one. I'm not going to touch this one no more. Just the higher this goes, the less risky. The risk reward shifts. Okay. The great time to buy it was whenever it broke that 345 level. This was a previous high day here, as you can see. It just hasn't triggered because it's after hours, of course. But again, I'm gonna go back to this real quick. Look how again, I don't advise you do whatever you want, but look how nicely this held the freaking 20 EMA. Okay, I kind of bought at the high day, not great. I bought I bought right here, I think, at 261, I believe. Well, I can show you. I don't think I'm lying. I bought 270, I think, and this is where I'm at right now trading. You can pause it if you want. I'm not lying. Total P&L is right here. Okay. But trades, IMPP, I bought it at 278. Kind of not great. I was buying at the top end of a channel. I'm not going to lie to you. But I was buying the breakout, and yes, I was really patient with this one. This is really an hour was worth of. This is like a day for me. I'm not really. Whenever I trade, I'm kind of in and out. Okay, I don't plan to hold a stock that long. I'm trying to get into swing trading, but that's taking me some time. I'm learning every day. But I sold beautifully into strain, and that's one thing I want you to do is don't have any regrets. Okay, I sold into this ramp right into here. Okay, and I didn't expect this to run. And that's one thing I'm trying to work on, is to let my runners run, because all you need is a couple of trades in a year to make your year, and this is one of those plays. Okay, and I know that this will likely be one of those where, looking back, if I would have said, wow, if I would have held or even held half my shares, which I'm trying to work on selling half my shares when I see a great setup and let the other half ride, or even a third, or etc. But there was no reason to sell because you had the nice basing of the 20 EMA to a 20. I use 22. I wonder how it looks for 20. If it gets tighter. Oh, it does get tighter. That's cool. I just use 22 because there's 22 trading days in a week, or in a month rather. But do whatever you want, okay? But look how beautifully it held. If you would have again, you want to have sell rules. Okay, my sell rules are I like to buy. I really sell a stock whenever it really undercuts either the 10 EMA or the 20 EMA. More often than not, I use the 20 EMA. That'll give me some slippage. But look how, if you would have bought it, and that's why I held. Okay, yes, it was kind of unconvincing whenever I bought the breakout here. And the reason why I was buying, excuse me, the reason why I was buying at that 278 level was because that was a previous high right here. The previous high of yesterday's high was right here, and that's why I was simply. Well, no, it wasn't. It was. No, it was the day before. I think it was the day before. When was it that it had that high day break? I'm trying to remember. Oh, I didn't buy 280, did I? If so, that's 278. Okay, yeah, I did buy 278. Wow. Yeah. So this past Monday, I think 228. When was that? 220. Yeah, this past Monday. That was a high. It was 228. So I was buying really what it was a nice. It was a nice multi-day run. Okay. And the reason why I held that stock with conviction is because number one, you want to see ideally whenever you want to see a breakout hold, you want to see it run, and I really didn't see it break out with conviction, but the fact that it managed to go sideways right here, and number one, hold the 20 and 22 and 10 EMA had me more bullish. And again, you don't have to understand something, guys and gals. Stocks move in kind of stairs, kind of like in steps. They don't go they don't go from point A to point Z without going through the rest. They move in stairs. And once you understand that, you have to focus on just buying and selling at the right point. And again, this will likely gap up Monday, and I'll look back and thinking, wow, I should have held this longer. But again, I took a meet the move, and I made a nice $338 in hours worth of trading, and grew my small account. Okay, and again, I'll show you one more time. Okay, total P&L right now is roughly $1,361 as of right now, March of 5th, 2022. I'm not sure where I'll be when you watch this. Maybe leave a comment or whatever. I'll tell you. I don't know. But again, money's a byproduct. But I'm not going to go over that. Talking about sector themes here. Okay. But yeah, INPP, another one to go over. Let's look at more. But one more recap. INDO, a gift. INPP, a gift. 9 as well. No really being up energy sector theme. Likely continuation on this one. HUSA is going to be a one to watch. High ADR. Well, not really high. 12.39. I'm going to be going over these quick here, but you see okay, look, when I go over these setups, you do see the common similarity. Okay, sector, they all have the same pattern. CEI, I gone over shit stock, but again, I'm looking for that $1 break on this one here. All right, GBR is a recent supernova from the past. If you've been trading for a while, this has gone to the high of $30 in one day. I was here. I remember that. That was absolutely insane. It opened at 2. I wonder if I could go back that far. It was pure insanity. I remember sitting there and watching and thinking, what the hell is going on here? Because it was pretty numerous times it ran, Again, it all goes back. Patterns never change. This has ran in freaking 2018. I was there for that run. And it ran in 2020. I was there for that one. And you have also these little micro runs. But I'm not sitting here and telling you this is going to go to $30. This is, you always want to put things in perspective. 128.21. I wonder if I go back that far. Maybe. But again, I can't keep emphasizing that you have to study past runners. Okay? And you have to spend the time to do it. I know it's not fun, but if you really want to make it in this business, you have to do what others are unwilling to do. And you think I enjoy doing this, but I know I'm not sure who's gonna watch these when I post this, but it's freaking almost 1 o'clock here, and most people are in bed, but I'm here doing what I love to do because I enjoy doing it. This ain't gonna probably go back that far. Maybe if I change this to 15 minutes. No, I don't know. But point being is that this can run. It ain't gonna go. I don't think it is. Excuse me. But what am I doing here? What the fuck? Oh, yeah. So point being, this can run. Okay. We'll see what happens. I'm pretty sure the float is thin. I'm not sure. And I can find out, I guess. But there's so much overhead resistance. It's not really a setup here. But Oxy is another one, main leader. You get the common theme. They're all really the same. I'm not gonna waste your time. But and if you want to pause, keep going. But they're all on an uptrend, and you just have to find one that works for you. Okay. But other than that, I'm gonna end this here because I'm losing my voice and I'm getting tired, and it's almost 1 o'clock. Okay. But the date is March the 5th, 2022, and I hope you learned something from this. But if you haven't, just understand that there's always going to be another sector in the future, and I hope whenever there is one, you look back at this video and understand that there's going to be tons of plays out there. And again, I want to say this one more time. You have to filter out the noise and just focus on what you are best at. Focus on your setup, and you'll see the change. Okay. But other than that, I love you. I love you all. And again, I want to say this one more time. Whenever you watch, just look at INDO. Okay, look at INDO and tell me if I was right. I think this is going to go back to, oh, I don't think, I know. This will go back to, what, I'd say maybe $4, $2, who knows. And that's the thing, you know the end game, you know it. Your job is just to take a piece of the puzzle and grow your account exponentially. Okay, that's simple. But other than that, I'll see you soon. When you watch this, just leave a comment, like it, or do whatever. Leave a comment, and who knows? If you ever do, I don't know if you made it this far. Say I made it this far. You know, I doubt many people will watch this in the future. Maybe they do, maybe they don't. And I understand no one knows who I am yet, but I hope one day they will. Okay. But other than that, I love you all and have a great.